Close enough. I am being loved on by a cat currently. Hi. But yeah, hi. We're gonna do Higurashi Arc 6 today. But first I need to change the, I need to fix the window capture, because look at how tiny it is. Yes, kitty kitty. Yes, kitty kitty. Hello. And then I'll fix the, all the settings in a moment. Yes, I love you too. Ma. Okay, are you settled now? Because that's very important. That, what? Hold on. There we go. Fix the window. Okay. And scoot that over there. Resize that, move that, and other such fun things. Okay, now that that's settled, time to configure stuff. Configure. Yeah, let's scoot everything down to about halfway. Character sprites, original. Display mode. So yeah, this is tiny. Let's fix that. There we go. Okay, so we're closing that. And now we're gonna fix this. Because by resizing it, I have resized it. So, window capture. Oh, we're having fun. We're having fun with the resizing. Yay! Hi, Liv! Thank you for the watch streak. You're wonderful. Yeah, I don't know what my watch streak is on your channel, but it's a lot. Actually, let me just do that because you're awesome. How dare. No. There we go. Let's just grab that and do this. Oh, there it is. Hugs for you too, Liv. I appreciate you a whole lot. Okay, now that that's settled, let's start Arc 6. Tsumihoroboshi, the first fall. Atonement chapter. How is your reasoning towards the truth coming already? The next tragedy is ready for you. Enjoy! This is a humorous story with a tragic struggle at the end. The difficulty is 0. You can just enjoy the clowns milling about. Okay. Let me just wireless on headphones. We're having a good time. Let's start. Whatever this is. First time I would try harder to avoid the inevitable tragedy. The second time I would be disgusted with the inevitable tragedy. The third time my disgust would turn into anguish. The 7th time I'd be laughing by then. Frederica Berncastel. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons or organizations is entirely coincidental. Hi, sweetie. Chorus of the Higurashi had replaced that of the cicadas. Okay, I'm assuming they're saying they're different species. The cries came from a distance, echoed loudly, and then faded away. They sounded so weak and fragile. Rena's voice was just like the cries of the Higurashi. She'd say something, but the words would quickly fade away. She sounded so fragile that it made me worry she might vanish into thin air, along with her words. But nobody is pressuring her to continue. Leon dusted off the hood of an abandoned car and sat down on it as if to show how relaxed she was. She actually did look very relaxed, as if she came here to enjoy the cool breeze of the evening, or something. Satoko followed Mion's example, and sat down as well. She didn't look nearly as relaxed, however. I thought about following suit, but it felt rude to look away from Rena, even for a short time. It would take to look for a place to sit down, so I decided to remain standing. Alright. We have two potentials for narrators here. I'm very curious as to see who we're actually getting. Rika-chan didn't sit down either. Okay, so this is probably Keiichi at the moment. But she wasn't looking at Rena. Everybody else was looking at Rena. But Rika-chan was looking at the red sky. Rika-chan's expression was hard to describe. She looked pale and blank at the same time, as if all of her emotions were gone. Rena wore the same kind of expression. She kept trying to say something, but it seemed like the words were stuck in her throat. She noticed Rika-chan was looking at the sky, so she decided to look that way as well. Leon did the same. So did I. Satoko looked that way too. And with that, there was silence. It was like we were in a concert hall, filled with the chorus of the Higurashi, a concert hall with the Higurashi roof with the highest roof in the world. No, the roof is totally made of bugs. It's fine. A refreshingly cool breeze tickled our sweaty bodies. I could almost make myself believe we came here to enjoy the breeze and the sunset. I could only wish that was what we came here for. Oh no! The shadows of the birds flying across the sky soured the feeling of our quiet concert. They reminded us that time hadn't stopped. What did you do? Nobody wanted to pressure Rena. We didn't want time to pressure her either. We wanted to keep the cool red sky for as long as we could, so Rena could calm down and talk. Right then, I heard a sound, and it brought us all back to reality. The hood Mion was sitting on had made a noise when she moved across her legs. I don't know whether Mion made the noise on purpose or not, but it reminded us that the time had been passing by. The noise took our attention away from the sky and back to the ground. Is there a body on the ground? I think there's a body on the ground. Such a tasteless noise seemed to have urged Rena to speak. Rena heaved a small sigh, nodded as if she understood something, and looked at us like she always did. There's one thing I want to say, before anything else. Bye, kitty kitty. She was probably saying it to everybody, but since I'm standing in the middle with her looking at me, I nodded to her to represent our agreement. I think I did the right thing. Her voice wasn't hoarse anymore. She sounded just like she always did. I wonder how much we're allowed to struggle in order to be happy. It sounded like a question, but nobody answered. That's why I really like Michan's club. One rule is to do whatever it takes to win, right? I think that's wonderful. If we were only allowed to do nice things, and if there was a time limit on how much we could struggle, People who aren't happy wouldn't be able to cease happiness at all. Misfortunes are like a chain reaction, I think. Once they begin, they're very, very hard to escape. I mean, you're not wrong. It's hard once a cycle starts to get out of it. In order to escape the chain of misfortunes, you need more than just luck or even assistance. I think you need to struggle as hard as you possibly can. You need to do your best. That's how you seize true happiness. That's what I believe. Rena stopped talking, looked up, heaved a sigh, and opened her mouth again. But I'm not saying that I expect you to accept what I did. I know that was a very bad thing to do. Didn't you all look stunned a while ago? Alright, with that, we're gonna move over to the ad break. This is fine. Now I can actually readjust since a certain fluffy someone has moved. You weren't exactly allowing me to get comfy, you silly kitty. Okay, looks like we're back. Didn't you all look stunned a little while ago? That tells me everything. I've never seen her smile so self-derisively like this. That smile looked unbelievably painful. I could really feel how huge the distance between us was. There's nothing physically there, but I felt as if she was talking to us through iron bars or a chain-link fence. That's how great the distance between us was. But it's okay. There's nothing we can do about it. That's just how things are in this world. If I were you, I'd probably look just as stunned as I'd say something irresponsible and merciless. She probably said that to hit back at us. We're just putting on a mask of sympathy, enjoying the spectacle of a clown on stage. That's why she said that. She probably expected us to say something in return. But none of us knew what to say. Rena looked disappointed for a moment, then turned and clambered on top of the abandoned car. And she spread her arms out and gave a little twirl, letting her skirt billow up before she grabbed both ends and gave a graceful curtsy. Well then, are you ready for a story? This is the story of how Rena Ryugu did her best. There was no curtain nor spotlight. She was atop an abandoned car amidst the trash pile, a stage specially made for her. We tried not to miss a word of what she was about to say. We believed that that was the least we could do, to not hurt her feelings. Tsumihoroboshi. Ah, okay. So I thought this was Satoko's arc, but, apparently I mixed it up with Rena's arc. But that's fine. Let's say it's a winter month, like December right now. What would you do if all of a sudden you had a week of a hot and humid day with crying cicadas? Would you still wear your coat and scarf? No. Absolutely not, right? Unless you get cold easily. Even though it's still June. It's already summer to us, since we've been having hot days for so long. So it's totally okay to do this kind of club activity in June. At my school, everybody usually does what they want in PE class, but today would be an exception. All my classmates were gathered in the schoolyard. Mion looked over everybody gathered there, then spoke up loudly. Hey everybody, you ready? Yeah! They all raised their water guns in their hands. It's okay to use water guns in June, because it's hot and humid. My classmates were joining in, so it's gonna be a big water gun battle. I'm so excited. So exciting to do a club activity with everyone from class. I don't know what I did there, but we're going with it. Yeah. It's going to be so much fun to play outside with everybody together. It's going to be fun for them. We have to be serious because we can't lose. Well, yeah, for us club members, every game comes with a risk. Heh. Exactly. I look forward to the punishment our more careless members are going to suffer. Oh, I kind of remember where this goes. Good luck, everyone! I'm so pumped! Everybody listen up. Did you all check your guns? Are your tanks full? We're all ready, Maribara-san. We're very good at gun battles. Tomita and his friends play with water guns a lot, so they might have an advantage. Huh? We're different men today. Tomita-kun and Okamoto-kun smiled confidently, holding their guns in a practiced manner. Their skills must have given them confidence. They even looked different. As we all know, Mion is going to be a tough opponent, so I think Satoko and Rika-chan could be too. What about you, Rena? You can move fast, but you could end up being their target as well, so be careful. You've been losing a lot of games lately, and taking most of the punishments. Oh, it's just that the recent games weren't my specialty. Akechi-kun, I think you've been losing a lot of these days too, haven't you? Ha. You have no idea how miserable I was when I had to go home wearing a bra and my mom saw it. Hit me right before I was about to take it off. Ah! My last punishment was as terrible as yours. I'm ruined for marriage after having to do that. Satoko laughed at us loudly while we were shuddering at the memory of the cruel punishments we suffered in the past. You've been low on both luck and spirit. I know why you've been losing so frequently. That's because, as you see, you're both losers. Wow, Satoko. Heh. She's right. Once you get used to losing, you can't just stop. After all those losses, your fighting spirit fades away. You can't believe in yourself, nothing goes right, and even if you're doing the same thing as everyone else. You. Haven't you realized that Ren and I took those punishments on purpose because we wanted to spare you that fate? You should be thanking us, not calling us losers. Oh, is that so? I'm very sorry for not thanking you enough then. Satoko, you just added oil to the flames of my rage. I'll make you regret what you just said. Hehehe. That's the spirit, Kei-chan. This old man hopes you can at least last long enough to serve as entertainment. Rena, you too. You'd be embarrassed if you were the first one to get shot. But I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Hehehe. I too think Rena-san is going down first. Prepare yourself for a bad time. She's gonna have a bad time. Oh, Kei-chan, Satoko-chan, you're so mean. Ren and Keiichi, go for it. Yay! Mion and Satoko laughed at us as loud as they could and then moved on to tease their next target. Left alone, all I could do was stomp on the floor in anger. Damn it. I'm going to win. I can't let them laugh at me like that again. I agree. It feels bad to have them laugh at us like that. It's not only how I feel, but it's also how they step on my pride. Damn it. Like Ni-chan said, it might be true that you can't stop losing once you get used to it. That's why we have to win today, no matter what, so we can get even. Rena's eyes look different. She's usually a funny and weird person, but I know she has a determination to do what she needs to do. When Rena looks like this, she can be a tough opponent. Today I'll follow the first club rule. I'm gonna do everything I can to win. Oh, you sound determined. You sound cool, but also as if you've been going easy on them before. Rena smiled. Or maybe you could have called it a wicked grin. She was serious. She was serious about what she said. I could tell from her expression alone. Among the club members, Rena was easily the most sensible one. The rule of our club is that we can do anything in order to win, but she's the only one who has moral qualms about doing it. That's why we rarely have a hard time against her, except for when she snaps. It's rare for her to say that she won't go easy. Damn it, when you grin like that, you leave me no choice. I have to be super serious about this too. I always have to fight with all I have in our club, but I believe there's a time when I have to get super serious about it. I think today is the time. Indeed, yes. We pounded our fists together. Usually when we really don't want to lose the game, one of us asks the others to work together, but Rena didn't ask this time. Which meant that she was going to defeat everybody by herself. No, not try. She was going to do it by herself. Rena looked really cool at that moment, but I wasn't scared. She was seriously going to do it. I'd have to be serious about it too. My fighting spirit had just been dented after many losses, but it had begun to burn hot once more. Tripping on my own tongue. You look good too, Keiichi-kun. You're even scaring me a little. You look like you're going to defeat everybody by yourself. I know that's what you're going to do too. That means we're going to fight against each other at the very end. We would, if we defeated everybody else. I hope you'll be the last one I have to fight against. Yeah, me too. We pounded our fists together again. Does everybody remember the rules? You have to call out, even when you get hit. Once you're hit, you can't shoot anyone. Even if you did, it wouldn't count. Mion, I'd like to confirm the definition of being hit one last time. When somebody shoots you with a water gun, you're hit. I'd break it down more for you, Kei-chan. You're only hit when it's water from a water gun. In other words, you're not hit when somebody splashes you with a bucket of water. Only direct shots from a water gun count. I'm sure you're not so scared of Satoka-chan's trap attacks now, huh? I will still have many kinds of traps ready for you. Mana-san, you'll be my first target. I don't think so. You're not strong enough to take me down yet. What did you just say? Oh, I can't believe Rena gave Satoko tit for tat. This is gonna be fun. Hehehe. Don't you think so, Kei-chan? I don't think so. At least not for you, because all you're doing is choosing which of us is going to shoot you first. Keiichi seems determined to win. Mion seemed to sense the fighting spirit in me and Rena. I could tell that she's as serious as we are. Just from the way she looks. Alright. I like your spirit. Are you all ready to start? Everybody get into your positions. The ones you drew by lot earlier. Everybody had drawn lots to pick a place to start the game from. It wouldn't be fun if everybody was close together at the beginning of the game. By the way, my starting position was behind the school building. When I drew the starting position, I thought about hiding until there were only a few people left, like I did in the last game of tag, so like a battle royale. But a defensive tactic like that wasn't interesting me anymore. I hadn't been this excited in a long time. My legs were shaking with excitement. It was my first time experiencing that kind of feeling. I could hear Mion's countdown from some distance away. 3, 2, 1... A single shot from a toy pistol echoed. With that sound, I was already running around the building. There had to be some underclassmen nearby. I'd usually assume that somebody else would take care of them, but this time was different. Whoa! They stood frozen in fear as I ran towards them, screaming at the top of my voice. They took a moment to quickly decide whether to fight or run away, and in that moment I shot one after another. Sorry, guys. You just got unlucky with where you started. I felt bad for them because they lost the game so quickly, so I rubbed their heads to cheer them up, and then took their water guns. Yes, this is the key factor to this game. You can't put very much water in a water gun. With 10 people around you, in a gun battle, water would be gone in a minute. I abandoned the gun. I used to shoot them, held one of the guns in each hand, and scoped out the schoolyard. Just like I expected, there was an intense battle happening there. In a short time it took me to take care of the area behind the school building. It seemed like most of my classmates were already shot. I wasn't surprised, though. I kind of knew it'd happen. You need to have a high skill to fight in the open schoolyard. Especially when most of the club members were there. It must be a battle of elephants and ants. What's Mion holding? Anne was holding a different water gun from the one she had when the game started. She was now holding one that looked like a huge machine gun, so she got a super soaker. Beautiful. Of course she had one. Its range capability, its pump action shooting, the amount of water it can hold is way beyond comparison. No, she totally got a super soaker. There were no restrictions on what kind of water guns we could use today. As long as it was a water gun, we were allowed to use any kind. Most of us had normal pistol-style water guns from the local toy store or something similar. I would have bought a bigger one like Mion's if they'd had one. But they weren't in stock, and I'd have to order it in. Yeah, it sure is helpful that her uncle has a toy store. In other words, Mion ordered hers a long time ago, just for today. She's always well prepared when it comes to winning. She must have thought that we wouldn't allow her to use a big water gun if she showed it before the game started, so she must have hidden it somewhere. Looks like most of our classmates were shot right after the game started. Only a few were still alive, trying to survive as long as they could, by using the heavy construction equipment as a shield. Mion mercilessly shot at them from various angles to make them come out from behind the shield. Stop hiding, cowards! Tomita-kun and Okamoto-kun were trying their best to resist her attack from behind their shield. So she's basically the final boss. It looked like they had no chance against her. But that actually wasn't true. After all, the two of them were only still alive because of their experience in water gun battles. They survived the first few minutes of her assault, even though 99% of their classmates didn't, and they were still surviving at that very moment. Mion, however, is a battle-hardened soldier. She uses the advantage of her big water tank and gradually but certainly drove them into a corner. It was only a matter of time until she broke them down. We're cornered, it's not fair. She has a machine gun! All you have to do is survive till her tank runs low. We don't stand a chance against her when she's shooting at us like this. We tried to hold her out against her. All we could do now was keep running and cover behind Mion, strafe closer and closer to them. Strafed? They wanted to use their 2-against-1 advantage, but it seemed like they wouldn't even get that chance. If they tried attacking recklessly, one of them might get shot and the other would have no chance of winning. So they grew more cautious, placing their bets on their final chance, but that caused their offense to wane. Ah! Of course, Mion saw through their plan. She was purposely provoking them so that they'd lose their patience and start attacking her recklessly. Mion circled around the construction equipment, and now she was standing with her back towards me. If I went up against her machine gun fair and square, I wouldn't stand a chance. So attacking from behind would be the only way for me to defeat her. Even though she was in a defenseless position, there was some distance between us. I was still too far away. But it would still be better to attack her now than take her head on. Don't hesitate, Keiichi. You won't have this chance again! I stepped out of my hiding place and ran as fast as I could towards her and her 2 water guns. Towards her with 2 water guns in my hands. Instead of approaching slowly and silently, I screamed at the top of my lungs. Warg! Okay, I will say what the visual novel is doing, somebody learned how to do different things in the program maker, and that's delightful. Good for you. Mion! What? There you are, Kei-chan. Mion seemed a little shocked by my surprised attack, but she immediately pulled herself together. She knew the advantage of her weapon. But she didn't shoot me just yet. She held back, luring me closer. Mion was well aware of how much water she had left. She had the same kind of water gun as me. We wouldn't have had the same range capability. So it would have been down to our technique to decide the winner. If she was fighting against one of her underclassmen, she could have defeated them easily. Mion immediately calculated her chances of winning against me and figured out that her only chance was to use the advantage of her water gun. She saw the eye of the tiger in me and recalculated her chance of winning in a split second. Really, I can admire how fast she does those things. I ran at top speed to shorten the distance between us. Our strength should have been equal. I had 2 water guns with full tanks and she had a machine gun with a half-empty tank. We both waited for the perfect moment. Your fighting spirit deserves my respect, Kei-chan. I'm not sure if I would have been a match for you today if I didn't have this gun. I'm disappointed in you, Mion. Your calculations are off today. Yay, they're using his little sprite that he has. Finally. Did you say you thought you could beat me? Because you didn't stand a chance! The moment we stepped within range, Mion and I pulled our triggers at the same time. Mion set her sight squarely on me while I was trying to shoot and run at the same time. Her shot would obviously be more accurate than mine. My shot of water flew towards nowhere. Mion didn't even need to duck. Mion's shot made a beautiful arc straight towards my chest. I could see the line of water coming straight at me, but I was too unstable to dodge. Mion had no doubt that she got me. You need to be more of spirit to defeat me. More than spirit. I knew you'd be the first to go down. I'm still disappointed in you, Mion. Your calculations are really off today. Bullshit. You can't dodge that shot. It'll go straight through you, and you'll regret the moment you chose to come at me screaming rather than creeping up from behind. You're really disappointing me today, Mion. You could have figured it out if you'd spent just one more second to think. You could have figured out the reason why I didn't creep up on you, but screamed as loud as I could instead. Mion noticed my surprise attack and turned around to face me. In other words, she turned her back on the opponent she was fighting earlier. The opponent heard my scream and saw that she turned her back on them. What is this? Mion noticed her back was wet and cold. She finally understood that the underclassmen she was attacking earlier had shown their fangs and attacked her from behind. They just needed an opportunity. I blocked her water shot with my arm, right before it hit my chest. The line of water was broken into droplets and splattered away. Damn it. I got hit first, so my shot didn't count. You took too long to figure it out. Now get down, Mion. Mion squatted down and covered her head. That was me versus Tomita-kun and Okamoto-kun. Their reflexes weren't so bad. They knew well that I'd be their next target after Mion was gone. They didn't feel sorry for attacking me right after I just saved them from their predicament. I can respect the cruelty and how quickly they shifted gears. They may one day be able to join our club if they keep refining their sense and skill. Our next target is Mayabara-san. Let's get him. It's 1 against 2. We can take him. They were, however, one step behind me. It was already too late. For them, Mion was their first target and I was the next. But I was different. My first target was them from the start. I didn't even see Mion as my target to begin with because I knew they'd take care of her. I was pointing my guns at them long before they moved their sights from Mion to me. Seems like they noticed at the last moment that both my guns had been pointing at them from the beginning. Which means it was already too late for them. Warg! I jumped over Mion, rolled on the ground, and landed on my feet. I looked about as elegant as an athlete who had just finished a perfect performance. I had a gun in each of my hands. And with those guns, I shot at them each in the middle of their chests. So fast! How could the two of us lose against one? Tomita-kun and Okamoto-kun fell to their knees in disappointment. I can't believe you did all this, Kei-chan. I guess I'm off today, like you said. Man wiped the dirt off her knees and looked frustrated. Don't worry, it wasn't you. Then why did I lose? That's simple. I twirled my guns at the tip of my fingers. I have to win sometimes in order to keep looking so cool! Amazing. There were only a few people left alive. Ran, Satoko, and myself. Ran and Satoko were fighting fiercely. Were they evenly matched? No, Satoko was pushing her hard. Moving past, she was driving Rena into a corner. Rena was usually gentle and slow, but today she was different. She was very serious today, and yet Satoko was still overwhelming her. She's a tough customer, even without her tricky traps. Oh, do you remember threatening me earlier? I suppose you were just bluffing. You move well, but I'm still going to win. Satoko kept moving around, piling the pressure in order to keep Rena down. She kept shooting, so her tank must have almost been empty, but her shots were still sharp and fast. I noticed a bucket near her feet, which was full of mini water guns. I understood seeing that she had been taking guns from others who were already out of the game, which is a smart tactic. In this battle, reloading bullets of water was more crucial than actual shooting. The hole that you put in the water of these guns is rather small. To put water through it from a faucet takes time and requires a certain amount of skill. In a battle like this, it would almost be suicidal. I understood that well, so I'd been taking guns from the people I defeated, but I could only hold one in each hand. Satoko used buckets to overcome the limit. Rena looked like she only had one water gun. I'd assumed she had two earlier, but she must have used a lot of water during her long battle with Satoko. Looked like she was trying to save water for the right moment, but with Satoko's fierce attacks, it was obvious that it was only a matter of time before Rena was driven into a corner. However, Rena is also quite skilled. She only pretended to be driven in a corner, but she was actually luring Satoko into a place where she would have an advantage. There was a narrow, twisting path near the gymnasium warehouse behind the school building. With Rena's water level running low, she wanted to turn things around in a single close-range shot, and with that, we'll scoot over to the ad break. I'm still trying to get the timing correct on when to move over. Alright, looks like we're back. Let us continue. With Rena said, she wanted to turn things around with a single close-range shot. That narrow path was the perfect place for her to do that. What's wrong? Oh, somebody's having fun with this effect. I love it. You're slowing down a little. Getting tired? Oh, I appreciate your concern, but I'm not tired at all. I think you should worry more about your remaining water. You haven't shot back at me for a while. Your tank is empty, I suppose? If you think so, why don't you stop hiding and show your face? I will pass. I'm aware you've been holding on to your last shot. One shot is all I need. I'll be nice and shoot you in the forehead. I don't want you to get your clothes wet after all. I never imagined I could have such a thrilling battle with you, Rena-san. However, with the amount of water you have remaining, I doubt you have enough pressure to make the last shot go far. Satoko was right about that. Rena had just enough water to make her last shot. As the amount of water left in the tank dwindles, the range of shots you can make shortens. That means the last shot is the shortest and weakest of them all. Regardless of her absolute disadvantaged situation, Rena didn't look frustrated. I could tell she had no intent to lose. It was almost like she didn't even see Satoko as a threat. You picked a perfect location for yourself, didn't you? Did you not? I have to tread cautiously. Satoko seemed to understand how dangerous Rena's last shot was going to be better than I did, since she was the one actually fighting against her. I don't play chess very often, but I believe this kind of situation is called a stalemate, is it not? Satoko looked out to another gun took out another gun with a full tank and shortened the distance between her and slowly and carefully. A gun with a full tank doesn't only have a long range. It also has enough power to make shots more accurate. If they shot at each other on a frontal attack, Satoko would have a 99% chance to win. Even so, Satoko was still afraid of Rena's last shot. Satoko shortened the distance even further, smiling as if unafraid, but I could tell she was actually full of fear. Satoko compared to the situation to chess earlier, but that wasn't exactly the same. In chess, you can use some pieces to drive the opponent's king into a corner, but in this case, there was only Rena and Satoko. You can lose some of your pieces in order to achieve a win, but Satoko doesn't have any pieces other than herself. A king can't drive the other king into a corner alone. That's called a stalemate. That's why, at first glance, it looks like Satoko had an absolute advantage. They're actually on equal footing. Let us finish this. It's not like us to wait for the bell to bring the battle to an end. You're right. Let's do this. That's strange. I thought Rena wouldn't have had to move just on a dare from Satoko. What kind of plan did she have? Rena had been hiding behind the cover for a while, but she came out without hesitation. I noticed something right away. Rena had a different gun. Satoko seemed to notice it as well. I had a plan to hide here while my water ran low. I hid a gun in advance. Damn, she's good. And using a trap at the last moment of a come-from-behind victory, it was as though she was taking Satoko's best skill from her and firing it right back. Satoko no longer had any advantages now that both of them were pointing their guns at each other with full tanks. But she still looked confident. What was going on? Did she have some kind of plan too? Oh, probably. That gun you're holding right now is very important to me. What do you mean? You wouldn't have kept waiting for your perfect shot, and wouldn't have come out of hiding if you didn't have the gun. At that moment, lightning ran through my brain, and I instantly understood the situation. Of course. Rena was in a disadvantaged situation earlier, but it was actually the same for Satoko, since she didn't have a chance to make her shot while Rena was in hiding. Rena had remained cautious in order to hit her with the last shot, and it made it difficult for Satoko to attack her. However, what if Rena didn't need to take the last shot from the come-from-behind victory? No, I said it wrong. What if Rena got a new gun with a full tank? She'd stopped hiding and come out and fight against Satoko. You see, I knew from the beginning that you'd run over here in order to obtain that gun. Let Satoko talk crap, Rena. You don't have to listen to her. Just shoot her right now. Rena thought the same thing. She shot at Satoko without any hesitation. But she frowned in confusion a moment after. What was going on? She couldn't shoot? With those ham hands? Was her water gun broken? Or did somebody break it? Didn't you know that you can easily break a water gun by putting a little bit of sand in an empty tank and pulling the trigger several times? Ho ho ho! You knew I was hiding my trump card here and pulled a cheap trick like that, huh? All is fair in love and war. I told you! You only set one small trap at the last moment. That's the beauty of traps. When it comes to traps, Satoko remained a notch above Rana after all. I couldn't believe Satoko figured out Rana's plan in advance and set a trap to counter it. Rana, you made a big mistake. You should have kept that old gun with you. You could have at least made that last shot. It's too late now for you to pick it up again. Rana was in a worse situation than she was in before. She couldn't even take another shot. Be prepared. You told me earlier that you'd shoot me in the forehead, did you not? Well, I will be at least kind enough to do you the same favor. Satoko slowly narrowed the distance again and pointed the muzzle at Rana's forehead. Rana still didn't look like she'd given up. Still, she thought the game was undecided. Satoko-chan, you're not as good as you think you are. What did you say? If you got me with your trap, it'd be your right as the winner to allow yourself the room to breathe and smile like you're doing right now. But all you've done is drive me into a tough spot. You haven't killed me yet. Don't you think it's a little too early for you to act like you already got me? Oh, I thought you were going to say something much scarier than that. Makes no difference because I'm going to get you right now. If I were you, I'd just shoot rather than keep talking. You know why? Because if I didn't, I'd lose. Lose? Are you talking about me? I highly doubt you can fight with a jammed water gun. Do you remember the rule? You're hit when it's water from a water gun. Huh? So what are you saying? When I heard her say that, I started running. My target was Rana. Satoko was already dead to me. Why? She was going to get shot by Rana within a second. I have absolutely no idea what you're referring to, Rana-san. What do you think you can do with a jammed water gun? As long as I have water in my water gun, I can still fight. Don't you get it yet? Rana raised her broken water gun high and smashed the handle of the school building as hard as she could. On the wall of the school building as hard as she could. The plastic broke easily and the water flowed out of it. As long as the water from the water gun hits you, you're dead. Doesn't matter where the water comes out. Rana was right. She saved herself by thinking it through. If she was using a real gun, bullets would only come out of the end of the gun. But it's a water gun. She couldn't make her bullets, water in this case, come out from any place. She could make her the bullets, water in this case, come out of any place, not just the barrel of the gun. What? Satoko finally realized that she was standing defenselessly in front of Rana. Rip Satoko. Satoko's trap was successful. But she overestimated its effect. She should have just shot Rana without hesitation before Rana noticed her new water gun was jammed. She was going to fail because she had grown overconfident in her victory. A second before Satoko pulled the trigger, Rana swung her water gun as if slashing Satoko with a sword. Satoko fired her bullets, but it was too late. A second before Rana would be shot, a blade of water hit Satoko in the face. No, not hit. It cut her face open. Your endgame wasn't good enough. I can't believe I lost. Rana ran towards Satoko, who was standing still in shock, and took her water gun. Rana knew I was her last target, and I was running towards her. Rana! Rana, using her superior mobility, began to duck and weave. We were evenly matched. Neither of us neglected to make an effort possible to take advantage of the situation. I knew it'd end up being a one-on-one battle against you. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. I'm seeing you in a new light today. I didn't know you had the guts. Rather than a new light, I'd like you to see me in a romantic way. I can try if you let me win. No, thanks. We circled around the construction equipment trying to take shots at each other. We're both sweating like crazy. But I didn't feel tired. Big drops of sweat trickled down as they ran down my body. Rapid bursts of water flew across both our paths. Neither of us had the advantage or disadvantage. I didn't feel elated that I might win or frustrated that I might lose. I was enjoying this battle with Rena. It was like a dance that I couldn't dance alone, a dance that I could only dance with an opponent. Rena's sure sharp when she gets serious. It's giving me chills. Keiichi-san is good too. He's evenly matched with her. I can't tell who's going to win. In fact, none of the observers could tell who was going to win. Neither could we. We had no idea who was going to win. No idea when this battle would end. I didn't know why, but it was great fun to fight against Rena, and I didn't care if I won or lost. In fact, I never even wanted it to end. As we fired at each other, both of our tanks emptied, shortening our range. Inevitably, it became more and more like a melee than a gun battle. We fired our water guns as if we were trying to cut each other with blades of water, swinging the gun like a sword. We both came up with the idea to swing the gun hard to generate centrifugal force in order to increase the range of our attacks. So, yeah, we're water bending, everyone. I dived to duck her shot. I rolled on the ground and landed on my feet. I ducked her shot again and swung my gun like a sword. Who would have imagined that our club's water gun battle would turn into a one-on-one combat like this? Absolutely nobody. Oh, you think so too, Rena? You too, Keiichi-kun? We're both breathing hard, calculating the timing we need to take closer steps. And then we both grinned wickedly at each other. This is so fun! I don't want it to ever end! Don't hate me if you lose! No, never. I'd hate myself for ending this game, but I know I won't be the one crying in the end. I don't know about that. Your feet are getting weak. It's like they're made of straw. Shut up! Warg! Wow, they both look so cool. Mayabara-san, go! Ryugu-san, you can get him! I became relaxed enough to enjoy the battle and finally realized that many of our classmates were watching the one-on-one fight. I barely had any water left. I would have to make the next shot count, or I was done for. Seems like Rena was in the same situation too. The next shot will decide it. I wish we could fill up our tanks and keep doing this forever. Well, people enjoy things because they end eventually. Flowers are beautiful, especially because they wither. I see, that's one way to look at it. It's been fun fighting against you. But this is it. Indeed. Sorry, but I'm going to end this battle. Good luck, Keiichi-kun. Don't cry when you lose. Let's do this. Hell yeah! Oh no! Wow. Which one of them won? The cries of the cicadas echoed in the quiet schoolyard. They sounded like the hand of a watch ticking away the seconds. Neither of us moved. We took our final shots and stood motionless. It looked like one of those duels in Western movies. Who hit the other first? I don't know. I couldn't see it. Our classmates broke the silence first. They finally realized that our intensely beautiful one-on-one battle was over. Class Prez, what's your decision? Mion turned, realizing that she had to deliver a verdict to the end of the game. But she was just as stunned as the others that it took her a moment to recover. Mion was taking her time to render her verdict. In fact, Rena and I didn't know who won either. My last shot flew flat and splashed sideways as if a blade had cut her chest. I knew that for sure, but at the same moment Rena's shot hit me in the shoulder. Whoever shot the other first wins. But we didn't know if it was me or her. That's why we stood motionless, waiting for the verdict to be delivered. Did you see it, Rika? I can't tell. Class press, who won? Everybody held their breath, waiting for Mian to call it. Ren and I kept staring at each other. Spectators were the only ones who were interested in the winner was. To us, it wasn't that important. We had a great battle, and we both had really wanted to do better than the other. We both wanted to call it a tie. For this great battle, settling a tie would be the best and most popular option. In other words, this one-on-one fight wasn't a battle to decide a winner. It seemed like everybody was thinking the same way. Me? Yeah. They can't move if you don't deliver a verdict. They can't move if you don't deliver a verdict. Yeah. Mian hates to settle for a tie because she loves to draw a line between superiors and inferiors. She tends to settle with the tie when deciding who is a loser because it's more fun to have as many people as possible suffer the punishment. But she never settled for a tie between winners before. Mian holds a special feeling towards the meaning of being number one. Everybody continued holding their breath, awaiting their verdict. Please make it a tie. Everybody wishes for that with their hearts. Mian was hesitating to make the decision. She could have chosen a winner more easily if one of us did even a little bit better than the other. But even if one of us did get a little better than the other, it feels like nothing fits better than settling for a tie. The two of you did great today. Mian finally started speaking. Kei-chan and Rena, you showed us significant spirit and skill today. The explosive power you showed us was so beautiful that it's beyond even the highest praise I could ever give. It's very difficult for me to decide who the winner should be after watching such an amazing battle. Then you mean we have two winners? I don't like to have two winners. That's not really the point of our club. However, they're both so good in that it's very hard for me to decide who is better. So, I'm gonna call it a tie for today, and they'll have another battle some other time to decide the winner. I expected she might settle for a tie. But I never thought she'd make us have another battle. Ayabara-san, you were so awesome! You were so cool! Yuga-san, you gave me chills! It was like, you set our hearts on fire! Classmates rushed towards us and praised us for showing them something that cool. Ren and I were finally released from the tension of the battle and dropped to our knees. Too bad. We tied. Yeah. I can't wait for our next battle. Can you give me your hand? Of course. I was going to ask you the same thing. We both smiled at each other. It was the first time we ever hit it off like this. By the way, you're pretty good at that. Question mark? What do you mean? Mei-chan, you're trying to get away without suffering the punishment, aren't you? She was just trying to sound cool, but the main reason she delivered the verdict was to protect herself. So, like that. That's so like Mian, you know? Look! She's running away. It looks like my guess was right. She's so obvious. The bell rang, a sign that class was over, while we were all laughing at Mian. After that... Good job out there, you two. Here, use this towel. Rika-chan held out a towel with a big smile on her face. Haberman and I stepped back and pointed our water guns at her. Beep. I was already shot many times. I told everybody I was already hit, but nobody believes me. Rika-chan was soaking wet. Well, nobody believed her because she really could be that sneaky, pretending that she'd been hit in order to stay in the game. It's your own fault that nobody believes you. Sometimes it's hard to believe anything you say. Beep. lonely. I'm lonely like a poor kitten crying in a cardboard box because nobody wants her. I want that kitten. Meep, meep. Boom. That sound came from Rana's head. I saw a circle of smoke coming out of it. Oh, it's how time. Rana must have pictured Rika-chan meowing like a cat in a cardboard box. Oh! Rika-chan is an adorable kitten. I'm taking her home with me. Ah! Oh, ouch! Boom. Rana, you're running. You're ruining how cool we looked earlier. Rana was back to her normal self and jumped on Rika-chan like a chameleon capturing its prey. Rika-chan struggled to get away. Come on, everybody, get back to your classroom now. Chie-sensei clapped her hands and yelled at us from the window of the teacher's office. Let's go. Everyone exchanged smiles and ran back to the classroom. Okay, so that was the end of Chapter 1, A Beautiful Day. The Great Water Gun Disaster. Alright, first new tip of the game. I'll probably try to get through Chapter 2. Just because I have a little bit of a time crunch. One reason I liked my house is because it has good ventilation. As long as there's a nice breeze, I don't have to rely on a fan to keep me cool. I can take down my futon from the windowsill, place my cushion near the open window, and enjoy the cool breeze of the evening. According to my page a day calendar, it's June 1983 today. While it's still June, it seems like summer skipped the rainy season and was coming around the corner. That's very abnormal, apparently. Even in this abnormal weather, it only comes around once in 100 years. If it's supposed to come in June of 1983, then it wasn't so much of a big deal. It was inevitable. On the other hand, the sudden evening shower on the way home from school was more unpredictable than anything else. Every day there had been a perfect harmony, as if it was all carefully planned. Felt like something good was going to happen this year. How should I put it? It's like the feeling when I roll a 6 in the first throw of a board game and I start off with a huge lead. When it comes to a die, the more you roll it, the more the total averages out. We actually roll a die many times a day in our lives. So it's not like one stroke of luck is really that big of a deal to be overly happy with. If I roll a 6 on my first throw and a 1 on the next throw, the total is 7. If you believe in fate, you might say that there's a higher possibility of a 1 coming up on the die. But you can never actually tell what number you will roll. That's what fate is all about. You might roll a 6 again. The chance of rolling a 6 twice in a row is 1 out of 36, but if you look at each throw, one by one, then there's a 1 in 36 chance of that miracle. The glass wind chime Satoko put up yesterday was making a refreshing sound. Ah, okay. So we'll save. Yep, end of Chapter 1. I woke from my dream still feeling excited. I must have had a very happy dream. I already forgot what it was about. It felt like there was a switch that automatically made me forget my dreams when I opened my eyes. Yeah, some people cannot remember what they dream. I can! All I could remember that it was a happy dream. I looked at the ceiling and enjoyed the happy feeling for a while. It was a Sunday today. Outside the window I could hear the morning bird song that sounded totally different from what I heard on the weekdays. The morning bird song of weekdays sounded like they're in a rush, as if they're telling me to hurry to school, but on a Sunday, it's different. I could tell that the birds are singing simply because they want to tell everybody how great the morning is. It even felt like the birds that sing on a weekday must be different birds from the ones that sing on a Sunday. I wonder if there really are birds that only sing on a Sunday. It sounds like it's a very luxurious job for some reason. It's a waste to listen to such a valuable birdsong when you're not quite awake. As I fully awaken, my normal, crude personality takes over and I start feeling stupid to even think that there might be birds that sing only on a Sunday. As I yawned and stretched, my blood started circulating through my entire body. It felt good. I turned over and looked at the clock, which says it's past 10 a.m. I used to go to my cram school on Sunday at 10 a.m. That was before I moved to Hinamizawa. My parents made me go to several cram schools back then. I remember that one I had to go to on the first and third Sundays of the month was the hardest one because I had to change trains several times to get there. I was never allowed to sleep in so late back then. My mom always woke me up early so that I didn't miss my classes. That's probably why I've always dreamed of being able to wake up whenever I wanted on a Sunday. Needless to say, I didn't feel that way anymore now that I moved to Hinamizawa. And I'm assuming the ad break will start shortly. Alright, looks like we're back. So, let's carry on. I didn't feel that way now that I'd moved to Hinamizawa. After all, I can always sleep till noon on a Sunday now. My life had changed completely since I moved here. Before I used to think of living in the countryside would be really inconvenient. To be honest, I wasn't even interested in living here. And it was only the first few days that I felt that way. Now I don't feel attached to life in the city or its conveniences. When I think about what part of my life in Hinamizawa I'm most attached to, I'd have to say it's probably my friends, which is lovely. I guess that's the reason why I'm being so sentimental is probably because I had so much fun yesterday in the water gun fight with my classmates. Despite my age, I got so into it and had so much fun. I bet the kids in the city wouldn't be able to play like that. No, I should say they wouldn't even want to in the first place. They wouldn't even realize how exciting a simple water gun fight could be. I went downstairs and saw my parents watching a serious TV program, arguing about the topic together. First of all, telephone service charges in Japan are way too expensive. It's because the state has a monopoly. But private companies are profit-oriented organizations. They're not exactly charitable. I wonder how they can maintain uniform service nationwide. Same problems, different location. Fascinating. The experts on TV were arguing about the same thing. Seems like there's a possibility the telephone service will get privatized. I'm too young to understand how privatization could make things better. It's not for public good. Anyway, but I can easily assume that people will start talking about privatizing the postal service in the near future, too. Yeah. Boy howdy, yeah. My parents were arguing about the topic fiercely, but they got along very well. Let's put it this way, they get along well, and that's why they argue. I don't remember seeing them get along this well when we were living in the city. That's probably one of the things that got better since we moved to Hinamizawa. A cold relationship between parents doesn't bring any benefits to their kids. Oh, Keiichi, you're up early today. Do you want to eat breakfast? No, thanks. I'm going out today, so I don't need anything. Are you going out with your friends? Is it those club activities that you always talk about? No, it's not a club activity today. It's the punishment for the game we played yesterday. Somebody rang the doorbell. I looked at the clock and noted it was time to meet Rena. I guess I spent too much time enjoying waking up late. I ran upstairs to get a change of clothes. I quickly changed and ran to the front door. Rena was chatting with my parents. I always feel uncomfortable when my parents talk to my friends. I'm afraid they'll say something embarrassing about me. They told Rena that I wet the bed until I was X years old or something. Well, but that still means you're under 10. You're fine, kiddo. She wouldn't wait until Monday to tell everybody in my school, maybe even everybody in Hinamizawa. Hey, Rena, good morning. I'm sorry for making you wait. Keiichi-kun! Rena and my parents looked at me and laughed. Yippee! Hi, Kaito! Good to see you! I said good morning and they laughed. I guess it was too late. My parents have already told Rena some embarrassing secrets about me. I don't want my parents to tell her anything else, so I put on my shoes in a rush and pulled Rena out of the house. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, and I hope you are too. I hope that the stuff you had to do earlier has worked itself out, and you are actually relaxing a little bit. My parents waved at us, smiling. Have a nice day. Rena-chan, please take care of Keiichi. Oh. Oh good, I'm glad. I hope it works out. Don't worry. I'll take good care of Keiichi-kun. I have no idea why you'd do that, but I don't need you to take care of me. I dragged Rena away from the house and we were on our way. We rode our bicycles to the town of Okonomiya. It's a long way away. It's an easy ride to town because it's mostly downhill. But needless to say, it's a hard ride on the way back. I felt like Rena was giggling whenever she looked at me. I badly wanted to know what kind of embarrassing information my parents had told her before I came downstairs. I tried to give her a new subject to talk about in order to get whatever she heard from my parents out of her mind. How come you're so close to my folks? Well, we are very close. Because we talk a lot. When do you talk to my parents? I've never seen you having a conversation. I see your mother a lot at the grocery store. She's there a lot on a special bargain and extra point days. Oh yeah, my mom keeps a close eye on those. She sticks notes like that in the refrigerator. They're always about when and where she can get things cheaper. Smart. Whenever I see her at the store, we talk about what we're making for dinner that night and we do the shopping together. Aw. A few days ago, she told me the curry sauce was on sale and she was going to have curry and rice for dinner that night, so I did the same. I remember we had curry rice the day before yesterday. So you had curry rice on that day too, huh? Yeah. You had pork curry, didn't you? Pork was on sale that day, so your mom and I both bought some. So when I was eating my curry at home, I knew you were having the same dinner. Oh. So she knows what I'm eating for dinner almost every day. It didn't bother me, but I did kind of feel embarrassed. I usually see your father with your mother at the grocery store. Your parents get along very well, huh? Yeah, they like to go grocery shopping together. I think they're a good couple for their age. I think it's very important that your parents get along well. It's cute that they still go grocery shopping together. That's enough about my parents. What about yours, Rena? Did they get along well? Yes, they do. They're always hugging and kissing. So, I feel like there's no room for me in the house. Parents are a lovey-dovey couple, huh? I'd never met Rena's mother, but I'd imagine she's just like Rena. I could easily imagine her mother going crazy about the spot her husband missed when shaving because it looked so cute to her, like the sesame seeds on white rice. She must love to touch her husband's chubby stomach because it feels so soft. It was funny how easily I could imagine her mother doing those things. What's so funny? Curious about your mother now. I'm going to go to your house next time and meet your mother. What? No. You talk to my mother. It's only fair that I talk to yours too, isn't it? Oh, but my mom isn't as interesting a person as you think. She's normal and boring. I can't even picture how she looks. I know it. She looks just like you, doesn't she? What? No, she doesn't. She doesn't look like me at all. Then why are you acting so weird? Your reaction tells me everything. Anyway, I'm really interested in your mother now. I'm gonna see her sometime. Be prepared. Oh, no way. If you really do come by my house, I'll be so mad at you. Your daughter has been a great friend to me. No, wait. It'll be more fun to say something like, I've been seeing your daughter and I'm serious about her. Ahahaha. Oh, if you come by my house, I'll tell Meat-chan and the others stories from when you were little. What kind of stories are you talking about exactly? Well, the one that I heard from your mother is about when you were about 4 years old, and the other one is the slide and you were 6 years old, and the one where you were... You got me, Rena-san. I'll never go within 100-meter radius of your house for as long as you live. Thank you. Damn it, Mom. I'll remember this. We arrived at the same station. The place we were going today was right near there. It's a restaurant called Angel Mort. We were meeting up with the others there. Ah! I was surprised when I saw the restaurant. It's usually a normal and quiet restaurant, but today there were many people in front of it. They didn't look like they were waiting in line to get inside. It looked more like they were just loitering around. They should just line up and go inside like normal people. Wow, what's going on? There's so many people here. The restaurant has a big event today. I heard that many people are coming from far away. There's a flag saying Dessert Festa in front of the restaurant. Oh yeah. I heard that Angel Mort holds events like this several times a year, and a lot of people come to attend from all over. Today, only people who have tickets can get into the restaurant. And one ticket allows up to 4 people to get in. I see, so those people are waiting for friends who have a ticket. Not exactly. Some people have tickets but don't have 4 people to go with. So you're saying that these people are just here to find someone who'd like to share their empty seats? At the time, the crowd of people roared in excitement. What was going on? This guy has a ticket! He's trying to get inside alone when he could bring 3 more with him. How rude! Please let me join you. If you let me in, I'll honor you with a rare Angel Mark trading card. I'd come from Frontfield's newest summer market issue and limited edition book. I'll give you the version of the Karashi with the mode that lets you change everyone's outfit. Make a deal with me and you'd modded versions of report, account banned. Oh, the nerds be going. I have no idea what they're talking about. Their fans of the restaurant are a little scary, huh? Anyway, what about our ticket? There are 5 of us. How are we all going to get in? Shh. You know, Mi-chan's family owns this restaurant, so, you know. Mian is so cool sometimes. Rena makes a fist and gets all fired up. Well, let's go. We're going to dash through the crowd without stopping. That seems like the best course of action, actually. Okay? We nodded at each other. Since we're a group of 2 at present, it looked like we had 2 more seats to share. These people might try mobbing us in order to get a share. We crouched down, getting ready to run. A crowd of people seemed to notice us. Look at them! They're gonna force their way through! And he's trying to fill a booth alone with his girlfriend? How reprehensible! We're gonna sit in there and crush their lovey-dovey mood. Fight back to the last round. Show them the iron will of the Germans! What? Damn, they were really going to tackle us! They did whatever it took to stop us from getting inside the restaurant! This is serious business! Today's the day Mi-chan and the others suffer their punishments. If we can't get inside, our victory yesterday will have been in vain. I can't let that happen. We exhausted ourselves to obtain that victory. To watch our friends undergo the punishment is our right and our duty as well. But no matter how cool we sound, what we're really after is one thing. Oh... I can't wait to see how Satoka-chan and Rika-chan look. I'm taking them home with me. Hey, you young couple. Share your empty seats with us. All nice and quiet, like ha ha ha, we can let you go through. I won't allow you to use your tickets for yourself. You'll have to share your empty seats with us. They reached their hands towards us like zombies. They gradually got closer and closer. We were actually taking it easy, though. In fact, I'd say the situation was rather enjoyable. It's like we're still in the middle of the game we played yesterday. Yeah, this is getting fun. Let's kick their asses. Yeah, roger that. It's a lot easier to fight against them than against Mi-chan and Satoka-chan, you know? You know? Indeed. I'd say with even 20 or 30 of them, it's still easier than fighting against the other club members. They don't have enough people to stop us. Great, let's do this! Our enemies numbered about 20 to 30. If they wanted to stop us, they'd have to gotten 10 times more people than that. Oh yeah! Alright, that should be the halfway point. Welcome to Angel Mort! Today we're holding a special event. Do you have a ticket? We don't have a ticket. We were told to give our names. We're Rena Ryugu and Keiichi Maribara. Let me check your list. Please wait for a moment. Seems like many fans of this restaurant aren't normal people. I bet they try to get in with lies or fake tickets. No wonder this waitress has to check the list. Anyway, those people are just too freaky back there. There's no way that normal people could get through them without a struggle. You might be right. But nobody can stop me, how? You sure did them in. Did you use your elbows or your knees? You hit them right in the middle of their faces. You're a scary person. The way Rana swept them off their feet with the super fast invisible jabs was incredible. It gave even me a chill when thinking about it. That's because they tried to sabotage my chances to take my girls home with me. Smiles. They must look so cute today. I'm taking all of them home with me. When you're in cute mode, nobody stands a chance. I sure hope they admitted their loss after getting beaten up that badly. You did great too, Keiichi-kun. At first I thought you'd be engulfed by them, but they all became quiet and let you through with tears in their eyes. Oh, he went into K mode, did he not? What did you do to them then? What did you do to them? Nothing really. I just told them that I'd get to the restaurant and make sure to see everything they wanted to see. And I told them, you might have to shed tears now, but I believe you can get tickets next time. That's all I said, but they seemed to understand me. You're so good at that sort of thing. You know, making people listen to you? Yeah, you sure are a club magician of words. They're all calling me that now? Can you please come up with a better name? I'll think about it. Rena laughs loudly. Thank you so much for waiting. I confirmed your names on the list. I'll take you to your table. Please follow me. The waitress led us to our seats. The restaurant was completely packed today. It made for a cheerful but sort of crazy atmosphere. All the customers in the restaurant were very unique people, just like the ones waiting around outside. There was an aura of excitement in the store, and it smelled a bit sweaty. They are also talking excitedly, using special terms that I didn't understand again, just like the people outside. Angel Mart is all about the uniform. You taste your food on your tongue, but in Angel Mart you can taste it with your eyes too. Where's the waitress with the big, heavy pair of melons? I don't see her today. You need to check out the chef roster. If you like girls with big tits, you have to come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays after 5 p.m. Okay. This sounded a little bit stalkerish, but whatever. If you like girls with small tits, you have to come in on Fridays after 5 p.m. I regret coming here today. And at the same time, I was really glad that I didn't lose the game yesterday. This punishment might be a bit easier for the girls. But as a guy, if I had to undergo this punishment today, I would have been kicked and punched by these crazy customers because they would have been burning with anger. Let me explain. I didn't come here to eat lunch with Reina today. Oh, to just eat lunch. The punishment is as follows. The losers have to wear a costume that's randomly chosen to help with the event at Angel Mart as a waitress. The winners can enjoy eating desserts, receiving service from the losers. When our punishment was announced, I'd actually prepared myself for the punishment because I thought I'd lose the game like always. I was losing a lot recently, so I didn't think I could win. I assumed Rana felt the same way. Who could imagine Rana and I would do so well as to win? You're great, Keiichi Maribara. You made me proud. Good job, Interview. Everyone started clapping, shouting, and clapping their hands and whistling for joy. I don't blame them. They came here for just the event at the Angel Mart. None of them expected to see waitresses wearing different costumes like this. Meep. Oh, Mika-chan! I'm taking you home with me! Wait, calm down, Rana. You can't take her home yet. She has to finish her punishment first. Mika-chan appears with a glass of water and a wet napkin on a tray. They drew lots to decide on the costumes. Rika-chan was the uniform of Angel Mart, which we use regularly for punishments. Hello! Welcome to Angel Mart! Mika-chan put the glasses of water and the wet napkins in front of Rena and me. Oh, Ow! You look so adorable! I'm taking you home with me! Rena raised her weird voice, and everybody in the store followed suit. I'm taking her home with me! Everybody started shouting the phrase. Beautiful. Before I knew it, we were surrounding our table, trying to burn the scene of Rika-chan serving the customers into their minds. Oh, Rika-chan, you look great in that uniform. Oh. It's embarrassing to have everybody look at me like that. There's something different about this uniform, though. Good eyes, Maibara-san. Allow me to explain. Tomita-kun, our underclassman, pushed his way through the crowd. Okay, you're there. Why are you there, small child? Tomita-kun. Okamoto-kun, too. I didn't know you guys had a ticket. That's not important right now, Maibara-san. The important thing is the uniform Furude-san is wearing today. As you know, the uniform of Angel Mort are designed to bring out the most of a mature woman's features. Therefore, it's normally required to have a certain body proportions to wear this uniform. In this sense, this is the least compatible uniform for Furude-san because she's still in the early stages of development, so they made a child-friendly version of the uniform. Plus, the other problem with the restaurant, we couldn't find a uniform in Furude's size. That's why it was necessary to try various measurements in order to facilitate her punishment. That is, to wear the uniform of Angel Mort. Therefore, we came up with the idea to use a school swimsuit and created an impossible combination of eccentric that even God can foresee coming. Clever, though. In this costume, Furude-san now has an overwhelming attack power far beyond her normal statistics. She also gained elemental enchantment, status impairment, a huge increase to her critical hit rate, and on top of that, she also was given increased invincibility time during power-ups. She'll probably need those later. Do you understand how great this is? You do, don't you? Let me put it another way. Like what Ryuga-san said, I want to take her home with me! No, you can't. I'm the one taking her home. But I understand exactly how you feel. I'm taking her home with me. Tomita-kun and Okamoto-kun held Reina's shoulders and they shouted their phrases in excitement. The phrase had spread throughout the entire store and was now out of control. Anyway, Tomita-kun and Okamoto-kun surprised me sometimes. For their age, they're so good at giving passionate speeches, they'll probably make it big in the future. Where are Mi-chan and Satoko-chan? I want to see them! At the time, the crowd set up another roar. I heard Mion telling them to let her through. I don't remember what kind of costume she picked. Hey, son! What? What? What's going on? Wow! Kamada-kun! Of course you're here because of this is the dessert pasta, and you're a dessert maniac. Oh yeah, the baseball guy from like arc 2? 3? Hey, how have you been doing? Doesn't matter how I am. More importantly, what is that? What is going on here? Gameda-kun was in the state of great excitement. Thick veins were displaying on his forehead. The source of this excitement appears through the crowd. There's no turning back. I guess I gotta do what I've gotta do. Welcome to Angel Mort! Here's your ultra-rare cheesecake! Eon appeared with a cake on a tray. Oh, now that I remember what she picked for her costume. Oh, Mi-chan, you look so cute too! I can't believe I'm doing this. I was gonna make Kei-chan wear it! Maibara-san, this costume is extraordinary too. Plus, because you know her in person, and because she's the leader of the club who never lost any game in the past, and also a class president who always is perfect at everything, you can enjoy this 5,000%, 500%. Even the class president who doesn't know what losing can escape the punishment. Your club is terrifying! What? Please explain what's going on here, Kay. I thought we were friends because we shared a huge parfait together. How could you not tell me about such a wonderful club? I can't believe you didn't tell me about this. If you knew about it, I wouldn't have joined the baseball team. Or is this reset button down for my life? Crowd roars in excitement. What a great club. I've never heard of a club as wonderful as this in my life. Well, you can't join our club. Only people who live in Hinamazawa can join. What? Then I have to move to Hinamazawa residence at once? Stop there, Rana. The population of Hinamazawa might double by tomorrow. Anyway, this is a beautiful punishment cake. Costumes that make women look beautiful are like decorations on desserts. Shortcake, for example, is just a sponge cake if you take away the decoration. But if you decorate it with whipped cream, to enjoy the wonderful and mysterious harmony of the layers and layers, beautiful decorations create, you could do a cake. It's wonderful. Thankfully, we're almost at an ad break. They're both ordinary school clothes, and each is tasteful in their own right. But to put that aside, the new school uniform and gym clothes are in the same category, namely school clothes, but they've never been combined together like this. It tastes so good, but combination actually brought unique and explored taste to the world. Hey, Chan, he's calling you Kay. I didn't know you were friends with this pervert. I'm trying my best not to be friends with him. Whoa! With that, we'll go to the ad break screen. Okay, and we're back. As previously stated, wow! What is it? A guy tumbled in and landed on his feet elegantly. It was oh no! Hello! Thank you for the raid! Elvis49, I believe is correct, but yes. Let's give you a shout out. Oh, Final Fantasy, I hope you had a good session. Hi, Lily, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate that. So, obviously Coach Irie did not jump in that leg like I keep suggesting that he do. How dare you? How dare you, Mayabara-san? Oh yeah, that's understandable. Between the holidays and a new house move, that's understandable. Coach glared at me in anger. He was breathing hard with a scary expression on his face. What do you mean? What did I do? That's what I'm talking about! Bang, bang, bam, bam! At the moment of his scream, 3 different metal buckets fell on his head, one after another. And a Chinese wok finished the job. Good job, Satoko! Well, I prepared for this moment of when my punishment was chosen. To see Satoko in a maid costume is like a matter of life and death to you. Oh, I love Satoko-chan's costume. It's so cute. I'm taking her home with me. Yeah, she's taking all of her girls home with her. I won't let you do that. I'm going to take her home with me, or my name is not Kyosuke Irie, who needs to go jump in a lake. No. If you try to sabotage my chance to take her home with me, you're getting these. Ow! Oh, we're fighting. Oh no! How dare the social circle expand, but I do appreciate it. Thank you, Lily. Yeah, the girls are fighting. And specifically one is winning. Once Reina goes into cute mode, she becomes merciless. If a rock tried to sabotage her chance of taking her favorite home with her, she'd break it into pieces. If it was a river, she'd fill it up with sand. If it was the sea, she'd split it in half like Moses did and walk through it. What? Coach got up to his feet like a zombie. I couldn't believe that he could get up after that, getting hit by all her super fast attacks. Yeah. Amusingly, the school teacher in Higurashi is based off of CL from Tsukihime. So you are not wrong. That doesn't work on me. Ow, ouch. No, that doesn't work either. I'll get up no matter how many times I get beaten down, as long as there's a maid in front of me. Why? Because it's a dream of mankind. Again, go jump in a lake. Ow, arg, ouch. Get him, Rena. No matter what, I'm taking her home. No matter what, I'm taking her home. Ow. Rhea was down on the floor, his body twitching. Rena just hit him with a barrage at point-blank range. Anyway, this is really a sight to behold. I'm so glad I won the game, but at the same time, I'm scared to imagine how terrible it would have been if I'd lost. This is absurd. I'll have to wear this for punishment. I cannot take it any longer. Stella, your costume is a lot more decent than this old man's. You think wearing a maid costume is decent? You have it completely messed up. We're gonna stop drooling and sit here. It's the winner's right to be served by the losers, remember? Oh. I didn't know which one I'm taking home with me today. Oh. Hey, waitress, what's your recommendation today? What about the fruit parfait? Thank you, Lily, I appreciate. The cream puffs are very good, too. You can get refills on water as many times as you want for free. Rena's nose was bleeding because she got to keep the waitresses in cute costumes all to herself. I should actually thank her for acting crazy like that, because it made me look calmer than I really am. I was excited as her, and my nose would bleed too if I wasn't careful. I now understand what a slack-jawed smile means. Uh-huh. Hey, Rika-chan, waitress-san, can you feed me? Sure. Sudoka-chan, can you feed me too? Emion, you massage my shoulders. Open your mouth. I hate this. Hey, I told you to open your mouth. Damn it. Why do I have to massage your shoulders? This old man service is gonna cost you. Gulp. The audience gasped at the sight. Angel Mort has never had an event as exciting as this one before. Every table had 4 people squeezed in together, but only Rena and myself were at this table. 3 waitresses in cute costumes were exclusively serving us because they lost the game of water tag that was in Chapter 1. That's the context here. They were giving us shoulder massages and feeding us desserts, too. This had never happened before at Angel Mort. It will never again. I see. They're waitresses. Then I'd like to have a glass of water. One of the other customers wanted to get a piece of this wonderful treatment and patted me on the shoulder. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not a waitress. Ask the real waitress over there for a glass of water, okay? Which actually, somebody should be making an appearance shortly. What? You're not a waitress. You can't serve me. That's right, we're not waitresses. We have no obligation to provide service to you. Stoko, me and I are here for the winners. Meep. It's not fair! All of a sudden, Kameda-kun screams, starting to blame me. What do you mean it's not fair? It's not fair that Kei-san can do such a wonderful Caleb activities and I can't. Not fair, it's not fair, it's just not fair. Hold on, we took a certain risk to earn this right. So this is fair. We don't think it's that fair either. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun were standing behind Kameda-kun. First of all, you only won the game yesterday because we killed Mion-san for you in water gun. We felt sorry for you while I was having to suffer the punishment, so we let you shoot us. Sure, Jan. You should appreciate our sacrifice. Oh, really? This is getting interesting. What do you think, Kei-chan? What do you mean? What do you want me to do? Well, Kameda-kun, Tomita-kun, and Okamura. Why don't you challenge Kei-chan and Rena-chan for the position of the winners? What? Mii-chan, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? They defeated many fighters and won a massive victory yesterday. I'm pretty sure a battle against these guys would be trivial, right? Kameda-kun clapped his hands with glee. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun nodded in agreement. They looked fired up already. Damn it, I have to fight against them here? Now that I think about it, the game was a tie. It'll be fun to have a final here with a few extra fighters. If you lose the game, you join in on the punishment. Damn it. I hate when you make it sound persuasive. What do you think, Rena? I'm fine with it because I'm going to win. I'm taking them home with me. I wonder what kind of costume you'll have to wear. Oh, she's already thrown you under the bus. I'm taking you all home with me. She sure is motivated. I could see Kameda-kun ready to fight with the ticket for the ticket to paradise at Angel Mort. My 2 underclassmen were also eager to have a chance to fight against the members of our club for the first time. Kyosuke Irie reporting to volunteer for the game too. Yeah! Don't help. Well. Okay, let's start the game with these members. Rena and Kei-chan, do you have any objections? I don't think you have to take an objection if I had one. Well, don't you like to make the game more interesting? Hi, Nero! Good to see you! It's now or never if you want to change your mind, Tomita-san, Okamura-san. As you already know, You have to undergo the punishment if you lose. We know that. We're Min too. We've always wanted to fight against you. They've seen many horrifying punishments we had to suffer, and they still have the courage to join in. I had to admit, they had potential. Kameda, the evil lord of Angel Mort, sneered at the two. Huh? Doing pretty well, and I appreciate you. I appreciate that you think I'm so cozy. And that you try to show up as much as you can. But yeah, I'm doing pretty okay. I never thought I'd have the chance to fight against UK-san. I'm going to fight fair and square this time. I didn't expect to fight you here at Angel Mort either. I'm pretty sure you'll be even tougher and an even tougher enemy to defeat than in the baseball game. Kochiride, the Count of Maids, laughed like he was afraid of nothing. Well, I'll show you how serious an adult can be. And today, here at Angel Mort, I'm going to have a harem that is for me alone. No. I won't let any of you win. Ow. Alright. I'm ready. I can't keep complaining. Mion, what kind of game are we playing? Hehehe. That's the spirit. Make way, everybody. Waitress, please bring it over. In the kitchen, the real waitress are standing by with many desserts on trays. Looks like a game is going to be speed eating, oh no. Or a competitive eating contest. Manager, are you sure we can do this? Yeah, go ahead and bring them the desserts. The more interesting, the better. I want this event to be as exciting as possible. The waitresses checked with their manager and started bringing in the desserts. Two of my underclassmen, Kameda-kun, Coach, Rena, and I sat at the table together. A horrific amount of desserts were brought before us. I wanted to enjoy watching the cute waitresses placing the desserts on the table, but right now I was in fighter mode. I had no time for that. The audience surrounded our table seemed to have grown excited too. I bet I didn't even cross their minds that this would see a serious battle at Angel Mort today. But they didn't care, as long as it's fun to watch. Listen up! This is a competitive eating contest. Whoever eats the most within the time limit wins. We already know how heavy each dessert is, so we will calculate the total weight of desserts that you ate after the game is over, and whoever ate the most weight will win. When the words competitive eating came up, Kameda-kun smiled evilly. Damn it, Kameda-kun had the advantage. Mian-san, can you count the two of us as one person because we're fighting together? Yeah, that's fine. Since you're always together, I'll permit it. Damn it, having two stomachs per competitive eating contest was an absolute advantage too. What about you, Rena? I'm sure competitive eating contest is a bit of a hard game for a girl. No worries, if it means I get to take these adorable girls home with me, I'll even swallow a table. She probably will, too. I underestimated her. Rana can overcome physical impossibilities once she gets into cute mode. What? Hi, Koki! Aww. How is the rest of Scarlet and Violet? And thank you for the follow. I'm not sure who that was. He got a monkey and a ball! Hooray! Progress! But yes, thank you for the follow! Oh, good. So we are having a very ridiculous battle of desserts and maids. Oh, Mystic Forest. I thought I recognized the name. Hi! It just went by really quickly. So yes, overcome physical impossibilities once she goes into cute mode. She might even be able to eat the food that's heavier than herself. Coach, what about you? Yes, you are super speedy, but I still appreciate. Are you good at competitive eating? My bar-san. As long as there's a maid and a condition that I have to meet in order to get her. Nothing is impossible for me. I could see a black aura surrounding him, which I found very intimidating. The glint from the eyes that shone from behind his lenses was sharp, enough to pierce an iron board. Damn it. He was in maid mode, which was equally as strong as Rena's cute mode, and this is about as serious as this chapter is getting. Shit, I was the only one without any advantages. Ah yes, it is the hugs for Koki too, my favorite Pikachu. Are you ready? Set? Go! I wasn't ready emotionally, but Mion started the game without any hesitation. Damn it, there's no turning back! I had to do this. There were many kinds of dessert before us. Some were easy to eat and some were not. So I had to get the desserts that were easiest to eat before anybody got to it. What about the yogurt parfait? Already, yeah! But of course, everybody seemed to be thinking the same thing. Everybody reached out for the same dessert as fast as they could. A white light flashed in front of our eyes and the parfait disappeared. My hands clashed with the others in midair. You're too slow! I got it first! Oh! Rana took the parfait. She was literally as fast as lightning. Damn it, I knew it! There was no way I could beat Rana in an opening move. Rana took the parfait like a frog catching a fly with her tongue and swallowing it with a single gulp. She's determined to take all of the girls home. She did it in seconds. She's usually gentle and calm, but she's a totally different person right now. Really, it's terrifying. I see now. I understand why people say women always have room for dessert. But I'm in a special environment of Angel Mort. Kameda-kun wasn't far behind Rena. He grabbed a fruit parfait and swallowed as if drinking beer from a mug. It looked very dramatic. Burp. Hehehe. Hey son, you're wasting your time. You don't even have a 1% chance to defeat me in the Battle of Angel Mort. Just watch me. Kameda-kun and Okamoto-kun looked at the extraordinary techniques Rena and Kameda-kun were displaying, but they seemed very calm. They knew their advantage. As long as they kept a steady pace, they could eat more and eat faster than anybody else because there are two of them. Rena and Kameda-kun were eating fast, but that might slow down in the middle, so there was going to be an unpredictable race. Son of a bitch, I won't lose this game! I shoved my dessert in my mouth and kept eating, kept eating, kept eating. Ow, ow, ow. My mouth got extremely cold when I swallowed a ball of ice cream. Yeah, brain freeze, that'll happen. How could the others do this so easily? There's an idea. I should melt it first. I could use some kind of heat to melt it first and drink it down. Plus, it would be a lot easier for my stomach to take when it's not so cold. But how do I melt it? It would take too long to use body heat. I don't have any other source of heat with me. How about you combo it with another dessert? Waitress, can I order something? I'd like to have hot coffee. Could you bring it to me in a big pot instead of a cup? What? Everybody's rating me today! How did the art go? I love you all. I am so glad that alert works. It makes me happy every time. You did! Good job! You did it! I'm so proud of you. I know you were working hard on that. So, big pot of coffee instead of a cup. Coach! It's been very silly. We had a giant water gun battle, and now the punishment game is the losers are in cute costumes, and now they're having a second battle to make sure that the winners actually deserve to be in the spot. And now more people are involved, and it's very silly. It's a dessert battle. I swear this is a horror game. Mayabara-san, you're too slow. I also got the idea to melt it with heat. Yeah, every time you pop into Hirashi, it's like, oh, this is fine. It's a little weird, but it's fine.
Will do, thank you.
Yippee indeed! And that is actually one of the alerts that I want a little emote for. I want a little happy jump. Yes! Wait for it. There it is! It's silly. And I love it. And for those of you who don't know, Marshy made all of my assets. So, yeah, she's super talented. Oh, damn it. He was one step ahead of me. I could order hot coffee too, but I'd still be one step behind him. I'd have to come up with something to melt my ice cream faster than hot coffee. Calm down, Keiichi Marabar. Think hard. Oh, okay, this is interesting. They're using his sprite while having him narrate. Keiichi-kun held his head, screamed that line, and bent his neck back. Okay, this is interesting.
No worries, thank you.
When he gets like this, he always speaks everything that's on his mind. It's actually very funny to listen to. But I had to concentrate. I needed to win this game. Oh, so this must be Rana. I was going to keep eating as much as I can and take all of the adorable girls home with me. Okay, I see what we're doing.
I was having so much fun. I was so thrilled that it felt like my heart was about to burst.
I might have been acting totally uncute. You're adorable.
But I didn't care exactly because I was having so much fun.
Mii-chan's always coming up with such extraordinary games. Satoko-chan loves to play pranks. Rika-chan is very sneaky, but it's impossible to hate her. And Keiichi is always so funny. I enjoy every day. I wish I could express how much I really do enjoy them better than saying how happy I am. Sometimes I even feel anxious because I enjoy every day so much. There is as much misfortune and pain as there is happiness and pleasure in this world. And I know very well that they all come for you regardless of how hard you try. You'll have happy days regardless of how hard you try. You'll have unhappy days regardless of how hard you try. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to try hard. I can try to make my happy days even happier and last longer. In the same way, I can try to make my unhappy days happier and end faster. I struggle very hard to achieve that. I'm going to enjoy the happy days I have now as much as I can. I must not take them for granted because they won't last forever. They won't. One day, all of a sudden, these happy days will come to an end. I know it. That's why I was trying to enjoy the happiness I received today so I wouldn't regret it. Even if the world ended tomorrow. I noticed my hands stopped moving while I was thinking about these things. When spending time with my friends, I feel so happy that my heart might burst. Same, Rana, same. I even love doing the punishments. They're fun for me. I have friends. I have a place where I fit in. I have time in which to be myself. I have a me that I love. I love everybody. I love Mii-chan, Satoko-chan, Rika-chan, and Keiichi-kun. I love everybody in my class and everybody in Okonomiya. Oh?
Rena stopped eating. I guess she went too fast in the beginning. Okamoto-kun, this is our chance. We can defeat Ryugu-san. All of you, you're just wasting your time. You think you can defeat me at Angel Mart? You're too naive. Rena-san, come on. I'll never forgive you if you let Coach win. Hee hee hee. I'm not gonna let anybody win. I can even swallow the Pacific Ocean if you ask me to. What's wrong, Rena? Are you getting full? I guess you'll just have to watch my come from behind victory now. Am I right, everyone? Yeah. Rena, what's wrong? I had left the table. Excuse me. I have to go to the bathroom. I was just so happy. I didn't care who won or who lost this match. Of course it was more fun when I go crazy and try to win. But I could never be happier than this. If I could seal this happiness in a piece of a crystal, I'd carry it around with me in my pocket. I'd use it as heat to ward off the cold, hard days that are certain to come to me. I know they will. You're not truly happy when you feel happiness. When you're bored with happy days and don't even realize that you're happy, that's when you've achieved true happiness. And with that, we'll go over to the ad break screen. Alright, looks like we're back. So let's finish up this chapter. You only truly feel happiness when you're in a freezing cold environment. That's the only time your heart can feel the warmth of even a small happiness. Debatable. On my way to the bathroom, I saw a waitress and a customer arguing at the register. The customer was a woman. The waitress was trying to explain that the lady needed a ticket to get into a seat, for the restaurant was holding an event today. But the lady saying she didn't know, she was still trying to get a seat. After a while, the store manager was called and started apologizing to the lady. It's your fault. Oh! It's your fault. You should have put a note outside that said we needed a ticket to come in, or something. How do you expect me to know when there's no mention of it? The lady's eyes met mine. I guessed who it might have been when I heard her voice, so I was prepared. Oh, Reina-chan. I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, hello. What a coincidence. I held up my hand for a high five. She gave me one. Listen, Reina-chan. They're so mean. They're saying that if I can't get a seat because I don't have a ticket. It seems that way. Well, I can't do anything about it, can I? Can I still buy some cakes to take home, yeah? Yes, of course. You can choose anything you want from our selection. Store manager gave a fake smile and led her to their showcase. I like this cute one. I think he likes simple ones like shortcakes. Yes, that cute one. What would you like? What, me? Are you buying one for me? Oh. Oh, you really like cakes, huh? You can get whatever you like. Then I don't know. I'll take a shortcake as well. Really? There's so many other cute ones. Everything looks so good, but shortcakes are the best. Oh, okay. Give me 2 shortcakes and 1 petite, try, Cheyenne? We're taking them home. She imitated the smile I usually made. I replied with the same big smile. Then I smelled the strong scent of her perfume, and it made me sneeze. Oh, are you sick? Rina-san's perfume and I never seem to get along. So this is Rina. She'll become important later. I'm actually surprised she had a sprite. Okay. Business card. So for those of you who joined in the various raids, this is arc 6 out of 8. So while we haven't gotten any huge spoilers yet, we're getting there. Business card. Rina, height, 168 centimeters. I'm assuming bust, 89. Weight, 60. Height, 87. Or that's probably waist, 60. Hobbies. I'm interested in indoor gardening. I want to make tea with the herbs I grow. I always enjoy your funny and interesting stories. We should go out next time in private. Gentlemen's Club Blue Mermaid, private manager. Rina Mamiya. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I sort of remember how this arc goes. So we'll save, and then I'm going to call it here. Thank you all so much for coming. But I have a slight timing thing that I want to make sure that I have time for. Because I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk later with my usual crew over on Bishy Bunny's channel. And so I want to make sure that I have enough time to take a break before that happens. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Hi, Ghost! It's good to see you! So let me see if I can find somebody that's still going that we can raid. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And let's see who I can send you over to. Let's see here. Hmm. You know, I haven't rated Liv in a while. And her views are a little small. So I think it would be a nice little surprise to raid her with this lovely crowd. So here's the raid message. If you're subbed, and the raid message if you're not. Or hold on. Did it not do it? Ah, I forgot the M. That's why.
There we go.
Alright, I'm gonna send you all over to live. Have a good time. Bye.